Hey everyone, Mikey here. So this is my first review of the Hidden Legacy series. The book 1 will be Burn For Me by Ilona Andrews. It is a husband and wife team. They have done many series. This is one of my favorites of theirs. It'll be number 2. Number 1 being their Kate Daniels series, which I will review in probably a week or so. So, the Burn For Me series is... I will read the summary off the back to summarize, that way no major spoilers. Nevada Baylor is faced with the most challenging case of her detective career, a suicide mission to bring in a suspect in a volatile situation. Nevada isn't sure she has the chops. Her quarry is a prime, the highest rank of magic user, who can set anyone and anything on fire. Then she's kidnapped by Connor Mad Rogan, a darkly tempting billionaire with equally devastating powers. Torn between wanting to run and wanting to surrender to their overwhelming attraction, Nevada must join forces with Rogan to stay alive. Rogan after the same target, so he needs Nevada, but she's getting under his skin, making him care about someone other than himself for a change. And as Rogan has learned, love can be as perilous as death, especially in the world of magic. So, that is the summary of the book. Now, I will get to my review. I have honestly loved every bit of the Burn For Me novel and the Hidden Legacy series. Their main characters, Nevada and Rogan, are great foils for each other. They mesh completely well. Nevada is a stern, caring, self-sacrificing character. Everything she does in the books, in the series as a whole, is mostly for other people. Her family being the main point for everything she does. Connor is a no-nonsense dragon. Not an actual dragon, but that's the way he is viewed as by Nevada. The man has power to spare and knows how to use it, and is more than willing to do whatever is necessary to get whatever job he has to do done, whether for good or for ill. Now, their antagonist is fairly okay. It's not the greatest antagonist ever. His name is Alan Pierce. His powers are, he is, as I said, a prime fire mage. Well, what amounts to being a fire mage? What means being a prime is like being a master of whatever element you have. There's more than elements. There are, as Nevada has, she is a truth seeker. She's able to tell the truth from anything you say. Doesn't matter what you say or how you say it, her power instantly tells her if it's a truth or a lie. Then you have what amounts to elemental mages, like Alan Pierce. Then you have some people like Rogan who would be considered mind mages, because he's a telekinetic, moves things with his mind. The magic system is very well written. It's not the greatest, but they cover all their bases and make sure there's almost no loopholes in the series for how the system works. So, the plot is Nevada has a few days to catch Alan Pierce, or she will lose her family business. And if she loses that, her family ends up on the streets, and she will not have that. So she does whatever she has to find Alan Pierce. You are introduced to an interesting cast of side characters. And, well, they're not necessarily side characters, they're more like a step below being protagonists in and of themselves. They make appearances every few pages, but they're all well fleshed out and they have a reason for being there. whether or not it's completely pointed out to you in the beginning of the story. As the book goes on and as the series goes on, you learn how important every character introduced is to the series. On a rating of 1 through 5, I can honestly say this book is a serious 4. 5 is just a masterpiece. You couldn't do any better. 4 is, seriously, read the book. As there's like, read the book. That's what 4 is. It covers all the bases. There's no plot holes for the most part. It's as close to perfect as you can get without actually being, hey, this is a perfect book. Covers everything. 3 is an okay book. There are plot holes, but they're not too many. They don't ruin the book, but for avid readers, they'd be like, it's great, I recommend it, but there are better books to be had. 2 is, I wouldn't really recommend the book, but it's good if you wanted to have something to pass time. 1 is, you don't recommend the book at all, no one should ever read this. So I give it a 4. The book definitely sets up the plot very well. For the first book is the introduction to the series, so they can't cover everything, but they cover enough so that you very much catches your interest later on. And as the books go on, they fill in all the missing bits, so that by the end of the series, there is no big plot holes. The interaction between the two main characters and their romance. So their romance is a main component of the book, but it's not focused above all else. Some books where you'll have an actual plot and then you'll have romance, and they focus more on the romance than they do the actual plot they're writing about. They don't do that. They use the romance as an enhancement to the plot. So when there's downtimes in between transitions for scenes, they'll splice in the romance to heat it up a little bit more. Or during action scenes, it'll use as a spice. It's very well done. Anything else I want to say? I don't want to say there's much else I can say without ruining any of the series. But, so let me know in the comments down below how I did, how I can do better, any suggestions you have on books. I do have a whole plethora of a library of books. I just have to get them out of my box to review them. I believe I will do within a day or two the next book in the series, which is White Hot. And just let me know any advice you have for how I can do better. So this is see you guys later, and Mikey's Review Parade is out.